Okay, here we go. It's Friday, day 7,962 of quarantine. And I live in Wisconsin, and quarantine got extended to the end of May. So, look, while I'm not excited that outside is closed, I am grateful that outside is closed simply because I think by doing the right thing, it is going to protect all of us, keep us safe, continue to flatten the curve, and continue, right, to give us an opportunity during this time to reinvent ourselves even more, right? Because here's the thing, I think some of us, well, look, all of us have responded in a variety of ways into our lives literally being turned upside down. Like someone said yesterday, I want to say, was it Michelle Hopson? She said yesterday, think of it like, instead of thinking of it like a pandemic, because for many of us, we've never experienced, or for all of us, we've never experienced a pandemic to this level, whether it was H1N1, West Nile, SARS, it just wasn't at this level. And so she said, think of it as a natural disaster that impacted the whole world. And while we've never experienced that either, the idea of natural disasters seems to be a concept, I guess from her perspective, that was easier for folks to wrap their mind around. And when you think of the economy and what it's doing, it's shifting down, not because it's like a stock market crash, not because it's 2008 all over again, but more so because there was a natural disaster. And in this instance, the natural disaster is the pandemic, aka COVID-19, aka that girl Rona. So, all of that to say, because we've all responded differently, this is an opportunity for those of us who kind of retreated inward, trying to figure out what this new normal is going to look like, trying to navigate the not working from home, working best we can. And so for some of us, it's taken a while to try to get up to speed, whatever that version is for us. And so outside being closed a little longer gives us the time that we may need to continue reinventing ourselves and figuring out how do we want to re-emerge on the other side of this. So, just my 2 cents. All right, so getting ready to jump in. Who am I? Who am I sliding into your feed? I'm Dorothy and Rica. I'm the principal and founder of The Communication Strategist, a boutique learning and leadership development firm dedicated to helping ordinary people become remarkable leaders. Why be ordinary when you can be remarkable? Right? Right? Ordinary people like me and you being able to elevate, transform our leadership can be a game changer, especially during a time such as this. So, they've all said, all the memes have said, we're going to reemerge when outside opens up as cooks, entrepreneurs, experienced work from home employees, daycare providers, all of the things. And why not reemerge as a more powerful leader? And why not reemerge as a more skillful communicator? So today's topic is the follow-up fantasy. Okay, look, let's see. What are we doing here on Instagram? There's got to be a way. Someone help me. There's got to be a way to put the pin ahead of time. Because then I'm spending time putting up the pin. I feel like someone that's not technologically savvy. So here's the thing. I don't want to put an age range on it because I know people who are twice my age and then way more savvy than me. So I don't want to be like, oh, I feel like, an older person, because I know older people that be killing it in tech. So I feel like someone who's not technologically savvy when I'm like, where's the button? How do I make this work? Okay, so the follow-up fantasy has 4 components, and then, if we have time, we'll do a bonus tip. So the 4 components in the follow-up fantasy, so this is really around communication, right? And communicating within our organizations, right? So cross-departmentally, interdepartmentally, and then for my entrepreneurs, communicating with our clients, right? The favor, as I like to say, the favor is in the follow-up. Boom. So if we learn nothing else, let's just download that into our spirit and see what we can do with that. So, number 1, be overly polite and humble. So in this particular instance, let's say that you really need something from a colleague, right? And you have emailed them, you've called them, maybe you've even had a meeting, and they're like, yes, I'm going to get it to you. By being overly polite and humble, you're essentially not coming across as a jerk, even though you really need something from them. But here's the thing. When people need something from us, we know that they need something from us. Case in point, there was there was a study done, and I don't know, I think it falls in line with 100 Humans, right? Although this was a long time ago. But if you watch 100 Humans on Netflix, they do all these experiments to see, well, what do normal people do? How do normal people respond and think? So there was a study done a long time ago around people's responses to someone needing something from you and how they tend to drag their feet. The experiment was, how much longer will someone take to pull out of their parking spot when they know someone is waiting for them? Right? Listen, when no one's waiting for people, they tend to pull out faster and then go about their business. But for whatever reason, when they know that someone's waiting, and I feel like we've all been in this position, but when they know someone's waiting for them, they take so much longer. Why, oh why do we do this to people, right? And we know that they're waiting for us, and we need to bust a move, and we start to move at such a glacial pace. It's disgusting. But here's the thing. We need them to move out of the spot so that we can move into it. And by honking, rolling down our window, yelling out cuss words, or gesturing wildly from our car, what do you think that's going to do? It's going to make them move even slower. Then they're going to act like they are trying to form a diamond out of a piece of coal. They're going to move even slower. So when we need something from someone and we're following up, whether this is at work or within our businesses because we're entrepreneurs, we want to be polite and humble because they've got something that we want. We want an answer. We want them to say something. Look, Kermit's like, I hate that, right? We hate when people move slow, but we've all been victim to it, and we've probably all done it at one point in time or another. So that's part 1 of the follow-up fantasy. Be overly polite and be humble. Second part is avoid Monday mornings at all costs. Tuesday and Wednesday are better days to follow up. I'll give you a second to think about why avoid Mondays. I'll wait. I wish I had like Jeopardy music. So look, Mondays suck because that's the day where we're playing catch up. That's the day when we're recovering from the weekend. And that's the day where I almost feel like we're doing the most kikiing with our colleagues or with folks that we normally check in and, engage in connection with during the week. Monday is the day. Also, what I have noticed after being in corporate for 15 years, Monday is the day that a lot of folks have meetings. I don't know why. I think it's just to kind of tee the week up, but also I think it's to make sure that folks show up to work and don't call it sick. He said, true. Thank God it's Monday. So Mondays are not a good day to follow up because if emails were sent over the weekend or emails were sent on Friday after, someone has left the office, whether you're an entrepreneur or, working within your organization and making serious magic as a corporate hustler, the thing is Mondays just aren't a good day. And when you're following up via email or trying to set meetings, a lot of times that stuff just gets lost. It gets lost in the sauce, and that's not what we want. So skip Monday. Go for Tuesday or Wednesday, especially if you're, reaching out to, like if it's a cold pitch and you're like following back up, don't do Monday. Monday's not the day. All right. Number 3 in the follow-up fantasy, send good energy to the other person. And you're like, send good energy, like through an email or through a calendar invite. Like, how do you send good energy? But here's the thing. Good energy is magnetic. Right? It's when it's authentic and our aura is, set and ready, and we've got like our crystals in our purse or our pocket, and we've got this good juju going, people can feel that. Even if it's through an email, even if it's through, a pitch or a follow-up pitch, people can sense your good energy. They can also sense when we're annoyed, especially if you're following up over the phone. You want to get your mind right. You want to put a smile on your face, tink, and you want to get your life together before you make that phone call because you want your energy to be contagious. Because, as Dr. Lacey says, the only answers are yes and yes. And I have since downloaded that into my spirit. So we want to make sure that we are sending good energy, good vibes, and good juju. Because guess what? We're more likely to say yes. We're more likely to buy. We're more likely to click learn more. We're more likely to, explore when we're in a good mood. If we're pissed off, like, yes, we might do a little bit of retail therapy, but again, at work, when we're asking for stuff from people and they're pissed off and we are adding to it, or we're the ones who are causing it, guess what? They're not going to do what we want them to do, are they? No, they're not. So we want to make sure we're sending good energy and that we're sending good vibes and good juju. All right. Then, number 4, the finale. 4, the follow-up fantasy. That's what I was like trying to hum at the beginning of this, but I don't know if it went well the way that I wanted it to. Okay. Directly ask if you should stop reaching out. So when it comes to pitching, and honestly, I would almost say this with coworkers too. I feel like there are times, or there were times in my corporate career where I'd be trying to tune in and trying to get a coworker to do something, and it's like the lead would just go cold. And we work together. I know where you sit. I know where your office is. Why are you not responding to me? But sometimes, you know what jumpstarts people, especially on the entrepreneurial side? Hey, I've, reached out 2 or 3 times, insert something, add something personal. Should I stop reaching out? I don't want to be a bother. And then for some reason, that makes people want to be like, oh my God, sorry, no, I got the email. I just got busy. Thanks for following up. Please don't dismiss me, whatever. So asking that last little tidbit can be a game changer, even at work, because I know you've all been there. If you have worked in a corporate or nonprofit setting, sometimes you're reaching out and you need someone to help you and the lead goes cold, right? And it's a coworker. So ask them, hey, who should I be talking to? Maybe I need to be reaching out to someone else, and that's totally cool. But who? So that we can move this process along. Let's see who we have here. I got to get all close. Hey, Joanna. Shows are out. Ew. Oh, I need to email you guys. I've got some stuff for you. I'm so glad you tuned in. That's just and I've been thinking about you guys. I'm I need to put together this email. Okay. All right. Bonus tip as we get ready to close out. Bonus tip for the follow-up fantasy. Respond well to rejection. So you might be thinking, dang, I thought it was going to be something else. But here is what I have learned. Sometimes folks will say no, right? maybe now's not the time. Maybe right now the way that your content is set up, maybe it's just not a good fit. Maybe they're waiting for you to grow and develop a little bit more. But when you accept rejection well, when you accept rejection gracefully, when you turn around in the next year or when you turn around in the next, couple months, however long makes sense as far as time passing, you might get a yes. So look, hey girl, hey, So look, I remember, so Nick Dillon is a public speaker and facilitator that lives here in Wisconsin. And I remember him sharing a story during this big event that he does annually, I believe, with Tim McMurtry and Denise Thomas. So he shares this story of pitching an idea for like a program that he wants to take to a corporation. And I believe he pitched it to GE. Year one, he pitches it, not year one of his business, but year one, he pitches to GE, puts together this beautiful presentation, has the right people in the room, and they literally tell him no. No, Nick. No. And he's like, Rat's like, dang, okay. And so he takes a step back. Maybe he does a little retooling. Maybe he facilitates at a few more organizations. And maybe he just continues down his path. And a year goes by, and he paddles on back to GE and pitches again, right? Hey, I think this program would be phenomenal. Here's how it would benefit your people. This could be a win. I think this is where it's at. You gotta. And again, GE says no. And then he goes back a year later. So now this is the third time in a 3-year time frame. They say yes. And they thank him for being so diligent and committed about trying to get his program into GE that I believe that they end up, kind of explaining why they told him no. They were waiting for the perfect time, but he accepted rejection gracefully and then went back around the bend. And so I want to say he ended up signing like a 5-year contract with them. Talk about follow-up fantasies answered, right? Like the favor is in the follow-up. If he would have given up after year 1, if he would have given up after year 2, then that win that he found and discovered and experienced in year 3 wouldn't have happened. So the favor really is in the follow-up. And in order to have these amazing follow-up fantasies, we got to do 4 things plus a bonus tip. So to review, number 1, be overly polite and humble. Number 2, avoid Monday mornings when we're following up. Number 3, send good energy to the other person. Number 4, directly ask if you should stop reaching out. 4 tips. Incorporate it. Oh, don't look at my nails. I need to go to the list. Don't judge my life. 4 tips for the follow-up fantasy. And then the bonus tip. Bonus. Dance it for you. Ooh. Bonus tip. Respond well to rejection. So those are the elements in Dorothy's follow-up fantasy. Things that I've learned over the years. All right, so loving this content, shoulder rolls. I know you are. Shoulder rolls on a Friday. Share this video. If you know someone at work that, sometimes struggles in the follow-up area, and if you know entrepreneurs and business owners, they could absolutely benefit from this. Absolutely. Go ahead and share. Share. Tuning in on Instagram, because this video is going to disappear in 24 hours. Take a picture. And say, hey, I watched the communication strategist. This was really helpful. It was about follow-up. I think you'd like it. I liked it. And then shoot away. Put the picture in your stories, in your main feed, tag a friend, and let's spread the word. All right. So I'm the personal change agent, aka the communication strategist. So you never have to miss an opportunity to transform, sign up for my free newsletter at my website, www.dorothyandricas.com. Simple, right? My name, Dorothy and Ricas. Sign up for the free newsletter that I send out every Friday. For what? For free. And how? Free. Do what? Sign up. For what? Newsletter. Free, 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 free. Never miss an opportunity to transform. And if you are in the market for transforming your leadership and stepping away from ordinary and towards remarkable, sign up, or not sign up, purchase your copy of The Plug. That is my newest ebook, Becoming the Remarkable Leader Everyone Wants to Know. Who doesn't want to be the plug? The one great bosses are looking for, the one that colleagues want to work with on those plum projects, or the one that people want to work for. You want to be the plug, right? Now is the time to engage in this development. And because quarantine has been extended, why not? So that when outside opens up, you are ready to become the plug, the remarkable leader everyone wants to know. If you are on Instagram, yes, Shayla Bernardo said, I'm the plug. She got a little plug in there and everything with the stars. Yes, she is the plug. You are the plug. You are the plug. Why not go ahead and get your copy today? Why wait? This is not you buying an ebook. This is investing in your leadership and investing in your personal development. So now is the time. Plus, there's a coupon code available. So why not? All right. So looking forward to discovering more plugs across the United States. This ebook is on the move, so you don't want to miss this opportunity. This has been another episode of Day to Day with Dorothy. Thank you for tuning in for the follow-up fantasy. I will see you here again next week. And in the meantime, and in the between time, remember that we're all leaders, and we are required to lead from every seat we sit in. Thanks for tuning in. Until next week. And the little bun says hi. You know, she's napping, but let me go check on her. Bye, everyone. All right, Facebook. You know, you get the last shoulder roll. Hey. Okay. See y'all next week.